The U.S. Embassy in Tunisia is reportedly on fire after being stormed by protesters, and protests are continuing across the Middle East. Welcome to Lunch Break. I'm Kelly Grant, and we have Charles Levinson joining us from Beirut. Charles, thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
So, Charles, tell me what is going on out there right now.
Well, it's not entirely clear. In Tunis, protesters have gathered and swarmed around the U.S. embassy in the capital there. It appears they did breach it. They did set some things inside the embassy grounds on fire. It's not. We're hearing it was trees and plants mostly that were set ablaze. It doesn't. From the early reports we're getting, it doesn't appear that the embassy building itself was on fire. We know that embassy staff was told to lay low today and keep a low profile. So, but we don't know more about exactly who was in the building at the time and what their status is. But we've heard no reports yet of any U.S. diplomats or embassy personnel being injured. There's also reports surfacing that an American school, which is nearby the embassy, was set on fire. Again, the reports are early, not confirmed yet. We don't know details.
And hopefully we'll know some more on that soon.
We're scrambling to find out all we can. But it's a obviously developing situation and a bit confused and chaotic at this point.
And I understand this is just one of the many protests that are continuing to go on across the region. Where else are we hearing about some of the reports of violence?
Right. Cairo, of course, you're seeing ongoing protests in Tahrir Square and near and around the U.S. Embassy there, sort of back and forth scuffles and clashes with riot police. Here in Lebanon, you had clashes up in the city of Tripoli where a KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and a Hardee's apparently were set on fire. You've had clashes in Yemen. You've had clashes in a small protest in East Jerusalem. In Bahrain, there was a protest. In Oman, there's been a small protest. In Damascus, there was a protest. I'm sure I'm leaving something out, but you've basically seen pretty widespread protests and across the region. Most of the protests don't seem to be all that large. Even the ones that are the most worrisome, like in Cairo, it appears to be just a few hundred sort of hardcore protest types that are causing the disruption. But they are having a big impact and really really influencing the relationship, affecting millions who live in this region and the relationships between the U.S. and the West and these countries.
And then we did have a report that Egypt's Muslim Brotherhood had canceled some protests for Friday. Any sign of that, or could that be construed as a sign that things might settle down at some point soon?
Right. Well, the Muslim Mohammed Morsi, who's the president of Egypt and a former leader of the Muslim Brotherhood, had been slow to respond to the initial protests that breached the embassy on Tuesday night. His group, the Muslim Brotherhood, came out and called for protests on Friday. The White House was very disappointed with sort of the lukewarm reaction from the refusal to sort of come out stronger and denouncing what had happened from the Brotherhood, and conveyed that message to Morsi, and it appears they received the message, and then they subsequently came out and called off the demonstrations they'd called for Friday, except for, quote, a token presence in Tahrir Square to protest the film. The Brotherhood, presumably if the Brotherhood comes out and stands against this firmly, and it takes a firm stand against protests, that will certainly have some impact. But again, a lot of the people in the streets in Cairo are not brothers at all. They're not even very politically ideological. They're this young poor youth, basically, who are sort of would take any excuse to clash with police and riot police in Cairo.
Well, we will have more on that on WSJ. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay safe out there.